deal, little deal, no deal? What do you make of it?
I think it's right in the middle of not big deal, not little deal, but somewhere in the middle. Will Barton has been a very solid piece for them the last 7 years, averaging 15 points. Monte Morris played a big role, obviously, with all the injuries to this team. So Will Barton has been a solid fixture for that team, someone that can give you 30 on any given night. So, again, it's not a huge move the needle deal, but Will Barton particularly did a really good job in Denver these last 7 years.
All right, so if Ish Smith actually plays for Denver, you never know how these trades eventually play out. So, I mean, he may or may not. But if he does indeed suit up, it will be his 13th team, which would be an NBA record. Now, Matt, you got around a little bit too, playing for 9 teams. We're going to have a little game here for you. Can you name Ish Smith's 13 teams? It's half the league, basically.
I can't.
Give me any team.
Sacramento, Atlanta.
Atlanta, Sacramento. Nope. Who?
New Orleans.
New Orleans is in there. You got New Orleans.
My bad.
All right, let's see. Let's see the list here real quick. What do we got? All right, there it is. The Rockets, Grizzlies, Warriors, Magic, Bucks, Suns, Thunder, Pelicans, Sixers, Pistons, Wizards, and Hornets. Now, look, you may not remember that Warriors stint because it was only 6 games. But, there's a few of those in there.
He keeps the job, man. He keeps the job, keeps
I'm mad at
food
you.
on the table, keeps money coming in, and he's very solid.
He is.
He just happens to bounce around a lot. So, best of luck to him on number 13. Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. An excellent distributor. There's no doubt about that. All right. We've got Ish Smith covered. For more now on the Wizards, we bring back senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski. So, Woj, as you reported, Washington now has Will Barton and Monte Morris. What about Bradley Beal, who has yet to opt into his $36.4 million player option? What's the situation there?
Yeah, Bradley Beal, if he opts out of that deal, signs a new 5-year deal with Washington, that would be worth over $250 million, $251 million, $250 million NBA contract. If he would opt out and leave and sign a 4-year deal, that's $186 million, although there's not clear any cap space out there for that. But listen, I think Bradley Beal has indicated all along that his loyalties and wanting to see it through in Washington, and he has the opportunity, if he opts out today, to come back here in free agency and sign a massive deal. And both of those additions in the Washington backcourt, those are veterans who are going to help that team.
Looking out west, what's the latest with DeAndre Ayton?
Most teams around the league and those who would like to acquire DeAndre Ayton expect that this is going to end up in a sign and trade scenario. The Suns have been reluctant to offer a full max deal. They allowed Ayton to get into restricted free agency. And so, in the end, they can find a deal somewhere and get some assets back for Ayton. There's max money out in the marketplace for DeAndre Ayton, and Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern, they can start, to really explore that. And, a team can either sign him to an offer sheet, and Phoenix would have a chance to match it, or more likely, and the scenario that this seems to be moving toward, is an agreement between a team and Phoenix to get DeAndre Ayton, and they get some assets back. And because it's clear, I think both sides, are ready to move on, especially if it's going to be at a max number.
Woj, as always, a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, George.
So, Matt, let me